see you're here, babe. Okay. Hey, Lindy. How are you? Thank you.
Joining us from Miami is head coach Katie Meier, along with student athletes Shayeann Day-Wilson and Lazaria Spearman. If you have a question, please raise your hand, and we will get a mic over to you. Please introduce yourself and provide the media outlet you're representing. We also have a Zoom link available. If you have questions via Zoom, please use the raise hand function, and we'll get you there at the end. Coach, would you like to start with an opening statement, please?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, North Carolina and their coaching staff, they're so well prepared. They're so smart. They have such a great basketball IQ. It's really hard to do what you want. They don't let you be yourself, okay? In the first half, I don't know if something was wrong with that basket on that one end, but we couldn't make a shot in the first half, and they couldn't make a shot in the second half, right? I mean, that's true. But I do think there was a ton of adjustments. I mean, both staffs, you know, the information, trying to be a head coach in that game, I'm sure Courtney's head's blown off like mine is right now because everyone has this really vital piece of information that's going to matter for this one-point victory. And the staffs were coaching their tails off, and the players were playing their tails off. And I think, you know, our offensive rebound putbacks, and I haven't looked at it yet, but yeah, 16 second chance points. I think there's the game right there in crucial moments. And our twin towers with Z and Tosh, you know, were really, really crucial down the stretch, and that's a new role for them. You know, that's a really big moment for our young bigs. But yeah, we were not going to let Deja Kelly get the last shot, and Jalea Williams, who had two turnovers, crucial turnovers, you know, and we're like, okay, we'll make up for it. You got her, and Jada Patrick, the veteran, came and walled up on that drive, and it was beautifully executed. Carolina did the right thing to go to Deja, and Miami did the right thing to say no.
Questions? Right here on the left.
Yeah, Mitch Northam, WUNC. Coach, a pretty, chaotic finish. I mean, how that fourth quarter, I mean, even just the last 24 seconds of, it's your possession, it's my possession.
Yeah, what time is it, like 7 o'clock?
It's this, it's that. What is just, you talked about how much information you received. What is that going through for a coach?
Well, you know, it wasn't calm either. I mean, it was like, you know, everybody's in the thing. So it's kind of the filter of what information do I need right now? Foul trouble, foul count, how many fouls, who's got the arrow? And that was, you know, there was a lot of stoppage, which allowed us to sort of, you know, filter through what some of the blah, 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 and then what was really important. And I think that helped us. But the intentional foul, I haven't seen it, but that was dramatic. Missing free throws was dramatic. 2 travels was dramatic. But when you look at how the game went, they had 20 in the first quarter, 17, and then it went 10-12. And that's Miami basketball, and that's why we're an NCAA team, because we always show up in March, and we always slam the door on people.
We have a question here in the middle.
Debbie Stroman, WCHL.
How you doing?
Good, great win. Can you talk about your post-rotation throughout the game, and then the heart of your point guard to play the entire game?
It was really hard to get Shy free. It was really hard, and the reason it was hard is because their bigs were blocking up, right? So we needed Z and Tosh to do some stuff behind the play. On the backside of the plays, the backside rebounding. So Shy off a ball screen maybe didn't get a lot of clean looks, but maybe that's why we had the second chance points that we had, because it was like, okay, you're wide open. If she can't see you, get a shot up and go rebound it. And I thought that they were just relentless. And the fight, we've had some issues this year with us feeling sorry for ourselves when things didn't go our way. And they said they heard me, and I'm sure the whole stadium heard me. I said, we're going to win anyway. I mean, I screamed it like I was like a lioness, because enough. We're going to win anyway. Quit, get over yourselves. We're going to win anyway. And I saw their shoulders go back, and even if I wasn't certain there at the end, it worked out.
Question right.
No, I was certain.
Mark Berman, the Roanoke Times. Katie, you lost in Blacksburg in January.
Yeah.
What do you need to do better tomorrow in the rematch? And given how big a game Kitley had against you in January, how huge a difference would that be if she's not out there tomorrow?
You know, it's funny because, first of all, we walked past Virginia Tech on the way out. And we just have so much respect for the program, the coaching staffs, the players. I saw Liz and just smiled at her and said, hope you're doing all right. You know, like, this is so, you know, I hope she's available because I hope that for them and for her, you know. But if you think I've processed that we still have won this game and who we're playing tomorrow yet, I really haven't. But I'm sure my assistant coaches are doing that right now. And Liz is just, you know, she is so, and I said this when we were up at the time per touch. You never see a post player with such a short time per touch. And that's kind of a soccer term that's become a basketball term. But you can do whatever scheme you want to, but she thinks and moves the ball quicker than your scheme. And that's why I think she's the class of the posts in America right now, because you can play through her, and then she still drops 30 on you.
Question in the back.
Braden Shank, 3304 Sports. Coach, congrats on the win. 47 fouls combined tonight for both teams. How do you manage foul trouble, especially in a close game like this down the stretch?
Well, like somebody like Allie Steadman came in and gave us some minutes in the first half, 3 minutes, and she was +4. So that's the stuff that people don't notice. But like Allie could be the hero of the game. You know, like she could get the game ball for those 3 minutes where she was +4 while she was in. So that's what you need in March. You know, people just need to humble themselves and do what's needed. The thing that Bob Dunn is my analytics guy, and he scouted, and our goal was to keep Deja Kelly off the free throw line, and this is enormous that she only had 1 free throw. That's enormous. I didn't like my discipline early. I thought we were fouling crazy. I was mad at halftime about it. But in the fourth quarter, we locked up, and our legs were there, and we were underneath, and we didn't foul.
Question over here.
Lindsay Gibbs with Power Plays. Coach, how much did last year's tournament experience, getting to the final here, how much did that help in this tight game?
Last year, I think we lost the second round, right? So yeah, that 2 years ago. Yeah, I have the 3 juniors that are in that have experienced that before. Listen, we're in a 1-game season, and we know it, and we knew it. And so we haven't done this like walk down memory lane type thing. I think the Elite Eight run, the confidence, when we were down, I called a timeout in the first half where we were down about 14. Yeah. And I was like, we were way worse than this in Chapel Hill. And we came back and had the ball to win it. So, you know, and it's just like, that's the kind of stuff. We've short-term memory.
Question in front.
Hey, Coach. Thomas Hicks, Sports Extra at UNC. So this seemed very similar to the game at home. Or away for you guys, home for UNC, where they had a big lead early, you guys clawed back, but it went in y'all's way this time. What were you telling your team, like, we need to do this differently, and like reflecting on the game in Carmichael?
No, we had them in their dinner last night. We edited, but they watched a good portion of that comeback. That's while they were eating dinner, not just as a team. Just y'all watch this, get your confidence up, know what special plays you make, know what defensive stops you made. And, you know, Carolina is just such a great offensive team. But to be honest, I'm telling you, in the first half, I felt the same way I'm sure Courtney thought in the second half, just staring at it going, wow, that looks in. And it wasn't going in. I mean, it wasn't. And so some of it was our defense, and then some of it was literally like they had some clean threes in the second half that I don't know what they scored, but I was like, wow, they're missing. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Right here.
For both the players, you know, when you're down 14 in the second quarter, you know, coach can say stuff to you in the timeout, but then you got to go do it on the floor. How do you kind of keep that focus and that calmness to battle back?
It's just what we go through every day. I mean, we just have each other's backs, and obviously it didn't go our way. Like Coach said, we got some clean looks. We got some shots that just didn't go in, but I just told my team, they're not going to, you know, we're not going to keep on missing forever, so just stay confident and just have each other's back.
Yeah, honestly, I just told my teammates, like, we in practice right now. Like, this is practice. Like, you know how we got to get, we got to get 3 stops and we out. So I told them, like, get this stop and we going home. You know what I'm saying? So it was just all about, like, passion and just wanting to win the game.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.